What up, guys? Starting today's video off at nighttime, where I'm gonna be working on my bumper! Finally! Hell yeah! Hell no. No, I mean, yes, I'm gonna work on my bumper. I don't give a crap what the universe has to say about it, but we have a problem in paradise once again. Of course there's no light over here. Alright, shedding some light on the subject here. I don't know if I have any coolant left. Oh yeah, there we go. Watch whenever I squeeze the hose. You guys see that back there? Yeah, man. Freeze plug number 3 has now blown. But I'm choosing to ignore that for the time being because I'm not driving it anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on my damn bumper because like I said, I'm not letting the universe stop me today, man. Well, tonight. Alright, got this thing completely disassembled, and it was not the easiest thing in the world since being all this damn hardware was rusted. So the problem is the one side is like a button, you know what I mean? There's no way to grab a hold of that, and once you get to a certain point, it was just spinning the entire bolt as soon as that little square head fell out of the bumper. But I don't know, I got it. I had to cut a few of them. It is what it is, man. Hopefully I can get some hardware off of this bumper. If not, I'll just put some regular bolts in there, I guess. But one thing's for sure is this filler piece that came off the junkyard bumper isn't in as good a condition as the filler piece that came off of the Blazer. So that one looks like it's like bent in half, like this side and this side from the center, they're like bent into a V shape, where this one is pretty much straight except for this section right here. So I have it flat on the bench. You can see on this side how it sits nice and flat all the way across until right there. And you were able to notice that whenever the bumper was on the truck. That stood out like a sore thumb to me. So I'm just gonna try to kind of tap that down and get it flat like this side. Shit, boy! I'm gonna scuff this thing up with some 320 grit. And just like most of everything else on this truck, I'm not gonna use any primer. Just gonna get it scuffed up, get rid of this really gritty filling, kind of clean it a little bit, and just shoot it, bro. But it's like behind the bumper and everything. It doesn't have to be perfect, is what I'm saying. Shut the hell up, man. All right, I got this filler piece sprayed. Now I can go ahead and let this thing have some time to sit out here and bake in the oven. That's basically what this damn thing is. Now I am going to try to get the sandblaster working right now. I always struggle to say that because, and yes, I know about all the upgrades, and no, I just haven't done it. Honestly, by the time I need the damn sandblaster, it's because I need the sandblaster like that day, and I'm working on it like that day, and once I get through it, I just completely, it's out of my mind to do the upgrades and all that stuff. I really wish one of my subscribers would just send all the upgrades to my P.O. box. No, but for real, I'm gonna try to get this thing up and going, and use it to spray, blast off all those brackets. All of these rusty guys right here, man. So yeah, I want to sandblast all of these. I need to take this license plate light off because I want to sandblast that as well. So basically everything that'll fit inside of the sandblaster, I want to sandblast. I'm gonna try to kind of clean up the rust that's inside of there, but that's getting ahead of myself. First, let's see if we can get these things done. Wish me luck. Came out pretty damn good, but there is a little bit of like built up like grime on there that I didn't want to sit there with the sandblaster for like 30 minutes trying to get that, you know what I'm saying? So I figured I'll just come out here and touch them up with the wire wheel. That will knock that shit out in seconds, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all these brackets with this gray. I bought this gray for my mom's grill on her truck, but I didn't end up using it, as you guys know. So I have 2 cans of this for absolutely nothing. I've only got 1 can of black, so I know I'm gonna run out trying to spray all this with 1 can, and I've already used this. All right, gonna let that stuff dry out there. Now, this bumper, it's not in as good a condition as what I thought. I thought it was like perfectly straight. So looking down this thing, it's actually got a bend to it. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but it starts right here. The whole thing goes straight, and then right here, it kind of does this a little bit. It's not bad. And then there's also a bulge right here where the mounting bracket was at. So it looks to me like this got, somebody backed up into something like right here and pushed this in and bent this around the bracket that was behind it. So I'm gonna try to kind of get this a little straightened out. Get rid of all this staining that we have on the chrome. I'm gonna be using steel wool, and you want to use the 0000. It's like the finest steel wool that you can get. This works really good on windows and on chrome, stuff you don't wanna leave scratches on. It's got enough abrasive to it to clean, but not enough abrasive. Well, you just wanna be careful with it. You wanna kind of test the spot, make sure it's not gonna scratch, but for the most part, it has enough abrasive to clean, but not enough to scratch. Hell freaking yeah. You guys gotta be able to see that. Look at that spot I just literally spent a second on. Watch. Hell freaking yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the whole entire bumper because it most certainly needs it. The thing is, you just wipe this thing off, all of that stuff is still there because it's kind of like oxidation. It's like stained into the chrome. All right, got this thing straightened out a little bit and got all the oxidation and staining off of it. Shined it up for the most part. And now I'm gonna go ahead and try to, I'm gonna have to put half of it in at a time, obviously, but I'm gonna try to sandblast all of this rust out of the back side of it so we can go ahead and put a coat of paint on this so that it looks a lot nicer and it's not gonna continue rusting like this. Alright, so this thing is ready for assembly. Finally, we can put it back on the truck, dude. We're gonna get this thing back on there, and I'm gonna be like, ta-da, doesn't look so much better, and which is probably still gonna look the same as it did before, just minus a couple bends. But that's alright, man. At least we'll know that everything is in a lot cleaner and better condition. I really like how this came out with the actual color of the blazer on the outside, and then that bed liner, textured black on the back. That looks really nice, dude. And of course the bumper as well. I sandblasted the inside of that. Of course it wasn't perfect because there was a lot of pitting and stuff from the rust. So I went ahead and I hit that with the bed liner paint as well. So the back side is just sprayed black. Looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. This does have some overspray on it that I'm going to clean up. I'm gonna wait till we get it on the blazer so it's mounted nice and solid, and then I'll get all the overspray off of it. So inside of this cup, I have all of the bolts that actually bolt the bumper on to the blazer. These are all those bolts I was talking about that was just gunked up with road grime. Anyhow, I've had them sitting out here soaking in super clean. That was super clean, bro. It used to be purple, now it's just straight black. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and blast just like that. How well do you think the Solo Cup's gonna hold up? This should be interesting. I should probably get some safety glasses. Not too terrible. It did blow a hole in the bottom of it, but that's to be expected. That actually helped because it was draining the water as I was pressure washing it, but bolts came out a lot cleaner than what they were, and I know this is probably going to generate a lot of comments about how is the zinc coating setup going. I ordered the stuff that I needed, and that company took like 6 months, 7 months to get the stuff shipped to me. So by the time I got it, I kind of was like, God, I don't even feel like messing with that thing now. I will pick back up on it whenever it starts to cool down, bro. It's been way too hot out here to come out here messing with all those chemicals and all that shit. I just haven't had the interest in doing it, but I will pick back up on it as soon as it starts to cool down a little bit. Another commonly mentioned thing in the comments is to put a roll pan on the Blazer and or the truck. Look, for me, it either needs to have a bumper or no bumper at all. Like, I can kind of deal with a bumper, but I think that roll pans are the most disgustingest looking thing that you can do to a truck. Like, and I mean that as disrespectfully as I possibly can say it, because roll pans are hideous to me. To each their own, by all means. If you like them, then you like them. But me, I cannot stand them, bro. If I were to do a roll pan, it would have to be the one that just goes straight across. I do think that looks a little bit better, well, actually 1,000 times better than that one that dips down in the center. And I don't know, dude, I can't stand roll pans. I think they look just as hideous as like shaving door handles. So just to let you guys know, I've actually already said this before. I've actually said this quite a few times, but it seems like as time goes on, the roll pan comment comes back up. And in the last video, I cannot believe that was a record high of mentions of roll pans on putting a roll pan on the Blazer, and I cannot stand the way they look. They look hideous to me. But moving on, so there you go. I won't be doing a roll pan anytime soon. And we will pick up on the zinc coating as soon as we get into some cooler months around this place. Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was feeling it all the way up until that piece. That piece is just too bulky, and it's like it exaggerates the fact that it's sticking way out. And yeah, I don't know. It just looks like a sore thumb to me, bro. I am not feeling that rubber piece at all. This plastic piece got to go. Oh, of course it's on there good too. You mother trucker. Yeah, it looks a lot better without that. It's just I don't like it without it either because it's got all these holes right here. The old bumper didn't have that style trim. I kind of thought that I was going to like that, and it turns out I don't like it. So, and I was looking at this one. This one's nicer because it doesn't like add to the bulkiness of the bumper. It just goes nice and flush all the way around, and you still have the metal on the top exposed. But I was looking at it, and these little spots on the back, they're not in the same place as that bumper. So I don't know, I'm gonna pop that off and see if it'll go on there. I don't think it's going to work, but I mean, it's worth a shot, right? All right, never mind. Changed my mind because yeah, this thing is beat up, bro. That plastic trim is cracked and it's all tweaked right there. So yeah, I don't want to put that on there either. All right, so I do have an idea on how to make the bumper look a lot better. I'm not gonna be doing that now. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like this. I'm not putting that back on because that just looks ridiculous, man. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like this, just bare. I think that's how it looks the best for the time being, but I do have an idea on how to make this bumper look a lot nicer, for one, and make the Blazer look a lot more modern, for two. But we'll do that in the future. It's not top of my priority list at the moment. I'm just happy I got rid of those big freaking dents in it, you know what I mean? At least now it has a straight bumper on there. Straight-ish. It's crazy. I put all that work into that damn thing, and the bumper still ain't even perfect, man. But it is what it is. It's a work in progress. So now I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of my night cleaning up. For one, I have a mess absolutely everywhere, from the booth to my garage. But I have another freeze plug I have to work on. So I'm not even gonna record it, man. That stuff's a pain in the ass enough as it is. It's a freeze plug. You guys know what it is already. I'm gonna have to go through, but I do have another one of those block offs, these little rubber ones, the expansion plug. So I'm gonna have to pry that old one out. I'm gonna put this guy in there and seal it up once again. So now we only have one more freeze plug left that's capable of popping on us, which you guys already know that one's gonna be next. And I would just say send it and do both of them at the same time, but man, I have to remove the entire power steering and alternator and all that to do that fourth one. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash the like button. Peace, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, by the way, sorry there's no drone footage. I need to fix my drone. It's more than just the propellers. I messed up 2 of the motors, and actually the propellers made it through, just the motors.